right, we got Don Porcella.
Hey.
How you doing, Don?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Let's
thanks.
hear you sing.
All right. Blue is the color of the pen I use. Blue is the color of the sky. Blue is the feeling I get right now to know you're far away. 'Cause I'm the boy from a small town, working my way through the week, driving all the people crazy. Blue thoughts I often speak. Oh, I guess it ain't been right for me. Oh, I try, but I can't even see through the tears I cry every night. Oh, I guess love is haunting me tonight. Blue is the color of the pen I use. Blue is the color of the sky. Blue is the feeling I get right now to know you're far away. Spend some time in the factories. Spend some time in lonely misery. Oh, I know I'm better, I guess. Oh, I know I'm missing you more. Blue is the color of the pen I use. Blue is the color of the sky. Blue is the feeling I get right now to know you're far away. To know you're far away.
Nice.
Woo!
Let's have you come over and sit closer. So grab the mic. Take the guitar off, maybe. You think? Yeah. That's great. So Don Porcella.
All right.
Where,
Yeah.
that was so cute. So blue is the color of the pen you use?
Yeah.
Do you ever use a black pen?
I do. I'm an artist, so I use a lot of different colored pens. But for that particular day and for that particular song, that was the color of the pen I was using to
Were you
to write
feeling
the
blue
song.
that day?
I was.
What,
You know,
was
it's
the ink
my
blue? Or
yeah, the ink was blue, and,
Awesome.
and it's my favorite song. I mean,
I
it's
like
my
it.
favorite color, and
Blue.
yeah, it just happened to be the
Blue
right.
is a popular favorite color.
It's just the right word for that song, you know.
Yeah,
It's like
I
a
like
happy
it.
song, but it's blue. And
Well, you know what they say about singing the blues.
yeah,
Rinse the blues.
exactly. So it's
Exactly.
a real good fit.
So, Don,
Yeah.
where are you from originally?
Well, I'm originally from California. I was born and raised in Northern California.
Oh, nice.
That sounds better.
We all set here.
Pot country.
Did you ever grow
No,
up?
We like Humboldt County.
No.
Humboldt County is the best county in the country.
Yeah, Northern California is known for that, for sure. But I grew up in the country, and just a real simple kind of life. And I actually went to art school in San Francisco and then moved to New York to be a visual artist, and I've done real well over the last
And
2
you
years.
have done real well. Can you say the few highlights of your art career? Because
Well, I
it's
mean,
pretty incredible.
I'm fortunate enough to have the New York Times write about me a number of times, and
Nice.
I'm currently in the Museum of Arts and Design as an artist in resident right now, till the end of April.
Now,
And,
do you think it was just luck, or do you think it's a combination of everything?
I think certainly luck has a certain part to play in it, and I was fortunate enough to graduate from grad school right when the economy was really hot, and I know people who graduated after that, when the economy was down, had trouble. So it definitely has something to do with luck, but I think, I worked very hard at it and
Right.
worked for a very long time. My mom is an artist, and other members of my family are very creative, and I think the whole thing about the art game is that you can easily psych yourself out, so you got to
So,
kind of...
what do you
yeah.
think about Andy Warhol and all his
Well,
little...
that's interesting because I know a lot of collectors, and the number one piece that they want to own is a piece by Andy Warhol.
And
It
what
is-
do
it
you
is
what
a
do you think
statement
about
piece.
like
Anyone can walk in and then see that piece, and they're like, "Oh my God, that's an Andy Warhol," and then
it's
instantly there's validity
totally
to the collection
identifiable. So
because they're hard to get. Everyone
because
wants to
today
own
in
it.
history on this date, Andy Warhol's self-portrait sold for £10.79
phenomenal.
million pounds.
Yeah, I think the art market just keeps going up. I
So
mean,
do you think that that's cool that art becomes like that, or do you think that that you put a price on it and that somebody's is better than the others? Like, because it's also the day. It's interesting that Picasso, Matisse, and Duchamp were brought to the U.S. on
Yeah.
this same day. right.
Yeah, that's amazing. And
So,
the fact
like, you know-
that I'm on this show and I make visual
And you're
art.
exactly, but you're a musician as well.
That's right.
But you did some really cool album covers too.
Yeah, and I currently have a new album out, and this is my art that's on the cover of the album.
So is that whose doggy is that?
Is the doggy in the window?
Yeah, that was one of my favorite songs actually.
So yeah, it's wonderful now with the music that I'm making to blend the two together. But New York is just a wonderful place for both, so I can't feel.
For someone like you, can your like stuff rub off on all of us? Like, yeah.
Pixie dust.
Yeah, I love Pixie dust.
So how much would you charge to do an album cover?
I'm very reasonable. I just did one for Kevin Hearn, the keyboardist for the Bare Naked Ladies. He's currently doing his own solo projects, and he actually bought a painting of mine and used it on the cover, and I was very, very reasonable with it. But I'm interested in doing more of those types of things. So if anybody wants something like
How
that,
did they find you?
they can just find me on my website, donporcella.com.
Porcella. Now, what does Porcella mean? It sounds like a mushroom.
It's an Italian name, and it actually means it has something to do with pig, because I say it to Italian people and they laugh, and I'm like, "What are you laughing about?" And they're like, "Well, it means little piggy, but it's also slang for a loose young girl."
Is that right?
Yeah. So
she's a pig. It sounds much better when you say Porcella.
Or an American Italian, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, Johnny.
He's too bright for this show.
He is too. That's a lot, Don
I
Porcella.
was just trying to give American reference, but that is the almost sounds like it could be some kind of instrument too.
Yeah. So I'm very fortunate to have that kind of name. This woman I met the other day at the Museum of Arts and Design said it was a great art name to have.
That's
Awesome.
great. Well,
Awesome.
it seems like your art is doing superbly.
Well, thank you.
And we
very
met
lucky.
through someone in Canada.
Yeah, we did.
Which
and
is amazing
are we
that
gonna do
Canada
that show
brought
in
us
Canada?
together. I'd love to
I
get to
would like
Canada
to
and
too.
do
DJ,
it.
if you're out there,
DJ,
bring us
yes.
to Canada.
We want to come. And on our show, today is actually National Indian Pudding Day.
That's amazing.
I concocted my own interpretation of what I thought Indian pudding should be. And
Are we gonna get to try some?
you are when we get a skeleton from your closet, because we
Oh.
love to know these little details about your life. So would you please share a skeleton?
It doesn't have to be bad.
It can be, though. It can be bad, it can be secretive, it can be something your mother doesn't know, it can be,
A blessed curse.
yes, a mistake you may have made that ended up being the best thing you ever did. And then you get to be the first taster of of this Indian pudding.
Yeah, I can't really, the skeleton part, I'm not a big, I don't focus often on the negative stuff.
It doesn't have to be negative.
So, let's see.
Some of them are quite positive.
So
Yeah.
your mom doesn't know.
Yeah.
Did you ever get a speeding ticket?
Yes, I did.
What happened?
Me and my wife were on our honeymoon driving through South Dakota, and I kept telling her, don't drive fast, these people will pull you over, and she got pulled over.
So what happened?
But there's nothing in the way. It's big open country.
Yeah,
Was
she
your
was-
heart pounding?
It sure was, because I was asleep at the time, and she woke me up, and she's like, honey, somebody's pulling us over. So that's definitely a story that we can tell, and one my mom doesn't know until now.
Look at that. So why don't you go for the pudding?
Thank you very
I'm
much.
so curious.
Nothing
about
like
that.
waking up with a
That's such a
flashlight in
great-
your face.
Yeah, it's true. It's such a great thing to kind of get the ball rolling in my head. Did you
Yeah.
ever get a speeding ticket?
Yeah. Now you're thinking about it, right?
Yeah, this is really good.
This is
Yes.
really good.
Thank you very much.
So
Ruth's
where are you gonna-
recipe.
Where are you going to be performing?
Well, I'm looking for opportunities right now to perform. I've really concentrated a lot on my visual art career over the last 10 years, and now, I've written over 100 songs, and I have a friend in California that I write music with, and we're actually going to be doing a tour this summer in Nashville, and we hope in Canada
Yeah.
as well, and we're going to do a gig here in New York City, and maybe even Martha's Vineyard. So we're putting
Nice.
together a little mini tour, but I am
I
open
think
to
you're going to
playing-
need an airplane because those locations are like
It's
ba-boing,
true.
ba-boing,
It's
ba-boing.
going to be a bit of a road trip, and we'll put some pieces in
That
between
sounds
there.
so cool.
But, well, I'm open to playing, and if you know of any opportunities, I'm welcome to
Oh, well,
do that.
Freddie's always has musicians over there.
And the branded-saloon.
Yeah, I'd love to
This
play
is
there
a
as
great place to play.
well. Great.
Yeah.
I know they'll love that. So
Great.
once again, your website and
DonPorcella.com. That's DonPorcella.com.
and it's
And
for
what's the-
music
what's the
and
name of the
art.
CD?
Music and art. And the latest album that we just released. Face Urchins is the name of our group. It's called Mutants, Miscreants, and Thieves.
And where do you get it? From
And
you?
you can just get it online. Just contact me online, and we'll figure out a way to get it to you.
Any last shout outs?
Dave Wave is my bandmate, and he makes this music sound so incredibly great. I'd also like to shout out to my wife Ginger.
And
Yeah, the
don't
this-
speed Ginger.
This music is a lot of this is written. She's sort of my muse, so this is really
Nice, nice.
So thank you very much.
Thank you
You're
so
wonderful,
much.
and
Awesome.
thank you.
So are you. We'll see you soon. We'll be right back with Jamaica.
Season's over, we've got more time to run.